Welcome to the podcast. Oh, I got some special guests today. This is Mr. Ish. I'm so excited. I'm like a kid in the candy store. I got two teenage girls. I've been down to get them in here since last week. Teenage program just started last week, and then I got my old reliable Sarah Reynoso. She's always willing to jump in and help. So from my left to my right, just everybody introduce themselves and give us your age and how long you've been coming to KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club.
I'm Sarah. I'm 11, the youngest.
She's the young one.
I've been going to Kids Bay for 6 years.
6 years. Okay, well, you're a veteran. Next, my special guest.
Hi, I'm Siobhan.
Oh,
I'm
Siobhan.
16, and I've been going here since I was 6.
Ooh, 10-year veteran. Ugh. Take some of that. Next.
Okay, my name is Kaylin. I've been going here. I'm 16, and I've been going here since I was 6, so 10 years.
Oh, 10 years. They've been here longer than I worked here.
Yeah, we've been here for a minute.
Okay, I've only worked here for 6 years, but it seems like 20. Well, welcome to the podcast, ladies, young ladies. You're new at the podcast, so this is the way it works. I can keep the music blocking if y'all want. I'll put it a little lower too, so we can talk over it. We just talk about whatever we want. There's no limitations. We talk about whatever we want, whatever's on your mind. If you want to ask me a question, that's good. If you got things you want to talk about, school, college, and teen program, whatever you want to talk about, we can make it a topic. So
Thank you.
I'm going to give the chance for you guys to start a conversation. So what do you want to talk about?
I'm going to be quiet for once.
No, you don't have to be quiet, but we have to ask, what do you guys want to talk about?
We could talk about some college, actually.
Okay. What do you guys are planning on staying in college locally, or you want to go away?
I already know my heart is set on this one college. It's like New Rochelle, so like 45 minutes away. I think that's
so
the
you
farthest
like
I'll go. Yeah.
45 minutes away?
Yeah.
It's a train ride.
Yeah. I don't want to go too far, but that's going to change in the future, you know.
Okay. What about you?
I was planning on going to college, but like now I don't really like. I want to go to the military.
Ooh, serious business.
Yeah,
serious.
but
I mean, that's good too.
I don't know for sure. Like I'm in between. I'm stuck.
If you go to the military, if that's the route you want to take, go to the military, and then you go to college. They'll pay for your school, whatever school you want to go to.
Yep.
So
They pay for everything.
So they pay for everything.
House and everything.
You don't have to do nothing but go to school and learn. But you do have to give up those first 4 years in the military.
I was gonna go to college to be like a doctor or something.
Oh, you know, it's a lot of college. That's
yeah,
not
I know that's
something.
like
That's-
a lot
that's
of
a
years.
lot.
Yeah.
I want to be a lawyer, but I got a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like pass.
you have to go to school. You have to go to graduate school. You have to pass the bar. What about you? What are you interested in doing?
I want to be a registered nurse.
Okay, that's a good profession too.
Mm-hmm.
Good money, good
Yeah.
good benefits.
Plus, that's something you could build up on. So you start
Yeah,
off.
you start off
You
there.
start off with the crazy hours, though.
Yeah, overnights, all that
Yep.
stuff.
You start off with the crazy hours.
Every holiday.
So by the time I think very far, but by the time I'm older and I have a family and I have to be home at certain times, I could create my own schedule.
Hopefully,
It's about seniority.
true that. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie. Nursing jobs are hard. My friend's wife is a nurse, and the beginning it was just like out of control. They barely saw each other. He worked as a doorman, so his hours were crazy because he was first, starting to be a doorman, and she was working nursing hours. So if they saw each other once a week, that was a lot. So those hours are pretty hectic. But now look at them. They both have seniority, like you said. They both have a beautiful house. Their daughter's 22 years old, so she's out of the house too. She's in college,
Mood.
and they're good.
My sister's in college. She goes to Wake Forest University.
Wake Forest is nice.
North Carolina.
Where's that at? Oh, North Carolina.
That's nice. Wake
Yeah,
Forest is nice. That's a D1 school. In case you don't know, you know what's a D1? Division 1. They got all.
Isn't that with sports?
Yeah, but I mean, any college you go to that's Division 1, that's usually good money because they spend a lot of money on their sports.
Yeah, I went
and,
there.
And their college campuses are awesome.
It's very big and it's pretty. It has a jacuzzi, a pool.
Oh, you went to a
And-
hotel or something. Where you went? That was a campus?
Yeah.
Right, that had to be the campus.
I was like, I thought you went to the Poconos or something. That's cool. I mean, at least you're thinking ahead of time. What's going on? You have to do all these essays and college preps and all that stuff.
Yeah, actually, Wednesdays till 4:30, I stay for SAT prep. And And it's a good opportunity because instead of spending $100 to prep for SATs, I'm able to get that for free at my school.
Beautiful.
And it's just great for me. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, it's a dread sometimes because it's like, oh my god, I gotta stay at school till 4:30. But in the long run,
What grade are you in now?
I'm in 11th.
11th grade. I don't know if your school has this program, but they have these programs where you could get college courses now while you're in high school.
College now.
Yeah, college now.
I used to do that.
No, take it now.
I used to do college now because it was an opportunity for me to get a free credit, but it was way above what I was able to do. Like 3-page essays, and I had work on top of that. It was just a lot.
Yeah, if you could do it, take it now because there's a girl that was doing it in my school, and she I think she got like 2 or 3 credits, and she ended up not having to take like, some 101 classes or something like that. So she saved herself at least a good $1,800 to like $2,000 or something like that. And then when you get in there, you're already more prepared. You don't have to take those miscellaneous classes.
I mean, and it was helpful when I went to. It was helpful when I did it in Lehman College.
Okay.
It was helpful because it was a way for me to know how college classes look like. I mostly sat in the back, which I thought that probably wouldn't help me. So that's something I know now when I go to college, maybe that I should sit in the front.
Yeah, I mean, college is gonna be a little different. College is definitely gonna be different. We're doing a couple of things here. Don't mind that we have another special guest. We just grabbed her from another room. I'm gonna let her introduce herself real quick. So introduce yourself, please, to the people out there in the podcast. Talk right into the microphone. Give us your name and how long you've been coming to KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club. Don't be shy. We're not shy here.
My name is Tati, right?
Hi, Tati.
Hey. I've been coming to KIPS Bay for like a good 4 years.
4 years? Okay. Everybody else here has been coming for like 10 years. So me and you are like 4 and 6.
Yeah.
Tati, we just grabbed her from Digital Arts. We're just talking about college applications, SATs and stuff like that. Put your headphones on. You ain't gonna mess up your hair. Don't worry about it. Your curls are good. What are you planning on doing? Are you planning on going to a training, to college, military? What are you looking for?
I was planning on going to the military.
Another military. Girls in the military. Dope. There was a time that a lot of girls just didn't go to military. So that you're thinking that as a professional, even as a, something to start you guys off. So are you using the military like because you guys want to become cops or something like that? Or, I mean, that's another good profession.
I want to join the military because I want to be a CIA agent.
Boom.
Ooh, I want to be
CIA. She wants to be.
What's CIA? Somebody explain to
Huh?
me. What's CIA?
Central Intelligence Agency.
Jesus.
Nice. So what do you do?
You're like,
Well, we can't tell you because then we have to kill you. It's top secret.
What? I don't know what that is.
Well, they're you want to tell them what it is? I don't want to step all over your dream.
All right.
Okay, please tell them.
So basically, right? If you ever seen Fast and the Furious, seen Fast and Furious?
Yes.
You see the lady with the laptop and how she like hacking into things.
Oh, okay.
So basically, you know things other people don't know. You can't talk about your job. You travel a lot. It's not like a lot to know because it's supposed to be top secret, so not a lot.
Yeah,
of
so
people
you
know.
can't really. Yeah.
Yeah, but
if you know about it, you probably just seen it in the TV show.
yeah,
Most likely.
Yeah, well, basically, it's almost like
like
you're
spy type
you're
stuff.
an information center. You gather information for the country, and that could be from any aspect of it. So it might be from one country to another country. It might be person to person. It might be company to company. So she's basically gathering information for the country to use for whatever purpose it needs. So it's that's what they call the Central Intelligence Agency. They have all the intelligence, from a whole bunch of different places. Now a lot of it's gonna be top secret. So she can't tell you about it. She can't tell her parents or anyone that she's involved with about her job. So that's gonna be a hard part because it seems like you like to talk. So you may be like, oh, I just found this spy over here, and you're like, you can't say that. It's top secret. But that's cool. That's cool that you're looking into something like that. That's a dope job. That's a good career. I mean, like she said, you're gonna do a lot of traveling and all that. That's another thing about the military. You get to travel. So you may do 4 years, but you may go to Hawaii. You may be all over the place. So that's kind of dope.
I wanted to do the military to become SWAT. Because
Come on. First, you have to become a cop. You know that, right?
yeah, but it's gonna make it easier when I.
No, of course, yeah, because you're gonna have a military experience. You're gonna have weapons experience. You're gonna have intelligence experience.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a background already there. So someone someone with that background, as soon as you come out of the military, you're gonna have a great shot at at becoming an officer or anything like that. So that's dope. So you two guys are gonna travel. You're gonna be away. She wants to be 45 minutes away. I went to college. I got accepted to Syracuse, but I ended up going to City College, and I was about half an hour away. Taking the bus because I couldn't afford Syracuse after I got my scholarship. But that's one of those things that if I had to do it again, I would go away for college. Definitely.
You guys know what reclassing is?
Reclassing?
Somebody told me about that today. Yeah.
No, please
It's
inform
like,
me.
all right, so there's like these boys on the basketball team,
Mhm.
and they reclass to get more scholarship. Like, they set themselves back a year.
Never heard of that.
Like, so some boy I got, I know him or whatever.
So
He's
they're
like-
doing this in college or they're doing this
in high school.
in high
Like,
school?
he's like a good basketball player and already got scholarships, but he reclassed to get more scholarships.
Okay. I guess that would be something like what they do in college. Like, let's say you're a good basketball player and you're in college. You could come out of like the D1 or whatever a year into it just to see who would draft you. But then you could also finish the whole college term. I mean, it's just another way of making money. I'm going to let you know now. In Florida, no, California. California is gonna start paying their college professionals. So whoever's in sports in California is gonna start getting paid, and no college person gets paid
Yeah.
for playing basketball, football, soccer, rugby, and nothing. But in California, they're gonna start. So I'm pretty sure that anyone who wants to play sports is going to California because they're gonna want to get paid. So that's gonna be pretty crazy. It's probably gonna spread anyhow. I mean, California was the first state, but it's probably going to spread to, I would say New York and the big markets, because if not, there'll be no teams coming to New York. Because no one's going to want to come over here and play when you could go to Florida or California and get paid. And a lot of these people come from poverty. So when someone says, I'm going to give you 50 grand to play basketball and a full scholarship, believe me, I'm going to California to play. So 50 grand is 50 grand.
I actually looked into Buffalo also.
Oh, my son went to
because-
Buffalo. Hated it.
What?
Like, you tell me your reason.
Because if
That
the
sounds
the nursing dream doesn't fall through to 12th grade, or we're almost there, right? As of 11th grade, I'm like in love with the nursing idea. If not, the other idea I had.
I got my director calling, but she's going right on the chat. I ain't playing with her. Hello? Hold up a second. You don't want to be in my chat. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, do you have any cadets in podcasting?
No, I only have the teenagers right now. And please, just tell them who you are, because you're yelling over here and you're in the middle of my podcast.
All right, bye.
All right, that's my director, Miss Francesca.
Bye.
Nah, I hung up on her. She's probably going to get upset at me. What we were talking about again? I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
okay.
I got my first phone call. I was so excited. Don't call me when you podcast. I'll blow you up.
So I was gonna
You're
go to
talking about Buffalo, yes.
to look into business,
Nice.
studying business, but my parents are kind of not really with the idea of going away. But my dad told me, like, oh, if you go to the college 45 minutes away, you can still dorm. But the only reason he said that is because he works in Dominican College, which is the college I want to go to, meaning I can go there for free. Meaning the only thing he could pay for is dorm. So I wouldn't mind dorming 45 minutes away from home.
It's true, too. Dominican College, I heard, was pretty good, too. Buffalo, I'm going to let you know the truth. My son didn't like it, but my son is very, very picky. He was going for cyber technology. So that's like, the people that let's say in McDonald's or whatever, that they hacked into their system or whatever, or try to steal money, or in Target or whatever. So he was going for that. He's very good in computers, but he's not a socialite. He don't like to socialize.
It's a party school.
You guys have no problem socializing. I know the little bit I know about you guys. You'll be okay. My son is not that person. My son's roommate was like that person. My son's roommate was flamboyant. Came in there, he had outfits like matched up for the weekends. He was ready to do it. And I'm like, yo, take my boy out. You know, I'll give you a couple of bucks. I'll send a couple of bucks. You know, take him out bowling, go meet some girls, and hang out with some people. They went out like twice. And in Buffalo, it's cold.
Yeah.
So if you don't like the cold, don't go to Buffalo. He said it snowed 28 feet, not inches, 28 feet in 1 year. He said the school's never closed because all the professionals live around there because they know it snows so much. He said it never closed. It was brick. It was gray. It was cold out here. And I was like, hey, but you said you like the cold. And he was like, this is too cold.
Did they tell him he got an accent?
That he has what?
That he has an accent? Because, when I go to other places, they'll be like, oh, you have an accent. You talk
Nah, he don't have an
It's
accent.
because we're from the Bronx. Are you from the Bronx originally?
No,
Or is it over
I'm
here?
Manhattan. I'm a Manhattan boy. He don't have an accent.
Well, they say there's a difference
Like, if
between...
you go somewhere, far, they'll be like, oh, you have an accent.
Well,
you talk.
I'm pretty sure that they dropped it off, all four of us. If we got dropped off in Buffalo, they'll know we're from New York real quick. In about 12,
That's what I was going to say.
in about 12 words, they'll know we're from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Or we worked in the Bronx, or we know somebody from the Bronx quickly.
Right.
Within a day, they know that attitude is straight hood. Straight Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. They know that don't play with those guys. Those are from over there. They're not from Illinois. They're not from Wankakama.
Nice.
They're not from upstate New York. They from where it happens.
We from nowhere nice, actually.
Yeah, you know how that is. So shout out to us.
Right.
I give myself a shout out. That's the way I do it. Shout out to ourselves. I mean, sometimes that's good. We just we're savvy. We're got a little education in the hood, a little street smart. That's what they call it.
Right.
That's a technical term for it, street smart. It's a little harder to get over on us.
We should talk about what it's like living in the Bronx.
Let's do it. I mean,
That's a good
I lived in the Bronx for how long? You lived in the Bronx for a while, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
How you like living in the Bronx?
How do I like living in the Bronx? I kind of like it over here. I live in Manhattan now.
Ooh, we from Manhattan. Sorry, we're in a different borough.
She just got
What's your
there.
zip code? 1035.
She just
Where I'm
got
at?
there, though. She
Where you
originally
at?
from here.
What's your zip code? Don't hate on them. Don't hate on us because we feeling that we got a little something going on.
10029.
Ooh, she's 29. She's right there, 96th Street or something. She's good money. I'm 35. I'm straight Spanish Harlem. I'm Spanish Harlem. I'm with P Diddy in the hood. I'm over there. I'm at all the Andes and the Red Rooster and all that good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, don't play with me. I know my hood. Okay, now y'all can talk about the Bronx. I got so excited. I don't meet too many people from Manhattan.
All right.
For real, I don't.
Tati, go ahead.
Good, Tati. Tell us where you at in Manhattan. Tell me something about your hood.
I don't know. I don't really go outside over there. I
Come
don't
on,
know
you
nobody.
have to
over
walk
there.
by something. You don't have to go by nothing. What's something that you did in Manhattan that you don't do in the Bronx? Come on.
Stay inside.
That's true. She got you there.
Nah,
Let me see if I have something for that. Let me see. I think it's this one. You see? Come on. I'm up on my sound effects. Don't play with me. I got sound effects and everything. When you guys bore me, I'm gonna hit you off with that. Okay? I got the wah wah. I'm prepared over here. I do this. As you girls say, I do this. Okay, so
It's I does this.
I does this.
It's
All right.
does.
We need to
I
teach
don't-
you slang.
I don't know.
because
Yeah,
I don't know
please.
what this-
I mean, I haven't done slang in a long time.
What you want to know?
I'm a little old. Well, I does this and I does this. I guess I was corrected there. So I does this.
I does this is more like I does this like.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the. I'll keep that. I'm gonna listen to this over and over so I can just remember that I does this. All right. So we're talking about the Bronx. We're talking about living in the Bronx. What's a good thing about living in the Bronx? What's a bad thing about living in the Bronx?
The good thing about living in the Bronx is you know everybody. Everybody knows you. It's like one big family.
Yep.
So like if something
Facts.
happened, everybody's just connected on one big level. The bad
Okay.
thing about living
Facts.
in the Bronx is like you gotta argue with every other borough about why the Bronx is the best borough. Like you gotta argue with Harlem about why the Bronx is better, or Brooklyn why the Bronx is better. So yeah.
Why do you think the Bronx is better?
I feel like
the
everybody
Bronx
got
is
their
better.
own little perspective though. Like I think the Bronx is better because I live in the Bronx. What if I live in Harlem? I probably wouldn't be like Harlem better. If I lived in Brooklyn,
That's not true. I live in Harlem. Harlem's
Okay,
not
but you
better.
ain't lived here your whole life. If you argue
No,
with somebody,
I lived in Harlem all my life.
it's not better.
Then the Bronx. I lived in the Bronx too for a little bit of time, not a lot. Two different things. When I lived in the Bronx, I lived in a house, so I had my own property, and it was different. I lived kind of where where Randall's at, the other place. I lived on I guess close to Soundview, but if you keep going down that same avenue, we had a house, so it was pretty nice, and we had a backyard, so it was a different type of living for me. Besides that, I've always lived in an apartment. So I live in Manhattan, and I live in an apartment, but I live in a dope apartment. I live in the 32nd floor. I got a very big apartment. I oversees everything. I can see the Bronx, and I work in the Bronx all day.
Nice.
So I do both things. But for me, Manhattan is just everything is located in Manhattan.
Right.
Everything
Okay,
of
but there's a
of
difference
importance.
though. There's Harlem and then Manhattan. Like nobody really argues about Manhattan because everybody that wants to argue is from Harlem, and it's
Okay.
like
Harlem is dope.
It depends.
Harlem is moving. Harlem is moving. Harlem is becoming a lot like
Harlem is dangerous.
like I would say,
the
every
east
place
side
is
is
dangerous.
Everything's dangerous.
I'm on the east side too. Damn it. Harlem is not dangerous. It's not. You have to just know where you at. Like in the Bronx here, this area that we in supposed to be very dangerous. I've seen people get held up. I've seen people, all that stuff. It hasn't
Not for
happened to
nothing,
me,
though.
and thank God it hasn't happened to many people that I know.
Nah,
You
I'm
just
about to
gotta be
speak for
street
that.
smart. You can't be outside with your new iPhone like this, like that. Like you act like someone's not gonna run and smack you in the face and take your phone.
That's
It's
what
gonna
I'm saying,
happen.
though,
You know what the
like-
thing
But
is?
they do that in Manhattan. They do it everywhere. Queens, uptown, downtown.
okay,
It's
but
just gonna
the
happen.
boroughs that really argue all the time is Bronx, Manhattan, and Brooklyn. If you're from Queens or Staten Island, do not talk. Like, what do you even?
Oh, Staten Island. I don't even believe that's a borough.
Exactly. Like,
Like,
what
I've been
are
to
they?
Staten Island twice
Nah,
in
I
5
just
years.
I can't even let what you just go said about this neighborhood right here, University. Let me tell you something. I feel like for the Bronx, like Siobhan said, it's one big family. So I've been living here all my life.
Mhm.
So if I walk down the block, right, if I still lived over here, because I moved actually to Mashulu, nice part of the
Ooh,
Bronx.
Mashulu, nice. Ooh,
I live in a nice part, right?
damn, we live in
Um,
high class areas. Yeah, uptown Manhattan, West Side. I'm in East Harlem, living in a dream home, 32nd floor.
Yeah, but
She moved. She loves the Bronx, but she moved to the Mashula Parkway.
right, exactly.
Like it was her choice.
Right. So I feel like, back then, my parents, they kind of, like, I was at a young age, I was able to go down the block to university and get something from the store. Like, but that's because, God forbid, something went down. I guarantee you, like, 3 people on that block knew me.
Yeah.
And they will stand up for me or say something for me. So I feel like overall it's changed. Same thing right there in Cedric, those Cedric housing projects. My sisters grew up over there. So God forbid if I'm over there, something happen, I know about 10 people I can say that's going to have my back and be like, oh, that's, so and
you
so's
have
little sister.
you had an advantage because you lived here.
Always,
So
yeah.
so
I
for,
feel like if
for
you're
me,
new coming here, though, like, if you're new coming here, just don't step out of your place and everything will be fine. Because it's like people come here and then want to talk like,
I also say that if you
Ridiculous.
gradually, like work yourself into the community and people see you on a regular and you respect the people that you do see and a hello and how you doing and, you see an old lady, God bless you or something like that, it makes it much easier. I'm just telling you that transition because my wife is a white girl. Let's put it out there. She's a white girl from Brooklyn. And she comes to Spanish Harlem when we were dating at 2, 3 in the morning. And everybody was in the front, the hood people,
Looking
and
at her
she'll be,
like,
and
"Where's
no,
she
yeah, this is a white girl going. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
And right
Boom.
there.
And then she'll next
You
day
know-
she'll be like, oh, how you doing? What's your name? I seen you yesterday. Oh, how you doing, Tom? How you doing, Jeff? How you doing? Whatever. And then she was just friendly with people that she saw on a regular basis. So she felt comfortable enough that, I am going to Harlem and I am going at these times, but these people know. And then, they'll see me with her and they'll be like, oh, who's that? I'll be like, oh, that's my girlfriend. Oh, okay, now I know you. Connect that with her. Oh, she's really nice. Oh, that's your kids.
Cool.
And all of a sudden now, I have 2 little white girls. And they walk around and everybody knows them. It takes me literally 20 minutes to get out from the front of my door to get to my car. And not because it's far. It's because my daughters have to say hi to security. They have to say hi to the old lady that's in front of the store. Hi to the guys that are drinking their beer that they hide when they come so they could give her a hug and talk about sports. Everyone within that front has to say hello to them. And she has to say hello to them.
but at the same time, not every area is like that.
No,
though.
no,
And I'm
no.
speaking for like the Bronx,
Right.
Harlem, Brooklyn.
Right.
There's always like dangerous parts of the area. Like,
I agree. My dad always used to tell me this thing because I used to live right here at 174 University with my mom. right? So I grew up here. Everybody knew me. This and that. When I got to my dad's house, right, it was just so different. Like if somebody in 174, like where I used to live, didn't hold the door for me, if I held the door for them, and they'd be like, and they wouldn't say thank you, I would speak out, be like, "You're welcome," like straight like that.
Yeah,
You know what
a
I
little
mean?
snotty one.
Right. But when it comes to here, like if an old lady, like, no, not even if somebody had old like didn't say thank you, I'd be like, "You're welcome." My dad would be like, "Oh, this is not the hood part of the Bronx. Like, what makes that really hood?" You understand? Like,
I think that people don't have. I don't know. Could I say like people don't have?
oh yeah,
They're not
like,
taught. They're not taught manners. Maybe as well as I'm a little older, so as well as I was. Like in my neighborhood, if I was now, mind you, I'm old. If I was walking and someone like another lady was walking in the neighborhood or going up the block with a package of whatever, and I didn't get that package out of her hand and walk her home, I was gonna get smacked in the head. Like my grandma's gonna say, "You didn't see that lady? You didn't see Doña whatever she was? You didn't see her with that bag or with her little carriage? Why you didn't help her up?" She was like, "No, but grandma was going that way." And I asked her, she said, "No, I don't care. You grab her bag, you walk her to her door front. That's what you do when you see somebody." So I grew up differently.
yeah, that's
You know, that's a totally different thing. You know, now you may say, "Oh, how you doing, ma'am?" You see her with the bag, but you don't know who she is. Like I know everybody in my building that lives on my floor. Everybody that lives on my floor, I know. Like I could leave my door open. Yo, you could get my package. I got you. I walk your dog. I'll get, if I bring fruits from, let's say from here on Fridays, I'll give her fruits. I'll give the other one fruits. We share in my building. I may know 75% of the people that live in my building, which is a lot if I live in a 35-story building. So that's
what's
just
your
because
ethnicity?
I'm Puerto Rican.
I think it also has a lot to do with ethnicity.
We're being Puerto Rican.
I feel like. So
We're Spanish. We're in people's business.
I feel
Not me
I feel
technically
like,
because I'm always working, but we are in people's
remember,
business.
you're not gonna see. Well, you never know, but I know from when I was at university, I never seen a white lady or a white man or nothing out of the. I'm not gonna say minorities, but that's what it's called. But I'm talking about like black, Spanish, or whatever. Like, that was mostly what it was. So I feel like it's different because, like I said, I feel like, for example, in the projects, you would get more manners than you would at a new building filled with a lot of white people like I do.
Yeah. Well, I think also that a lot of those people grow up with their aunts and their cousins and their grandmothers. So it's, Miss Davis, your auntie, whatever, auntie, Washington or whatever. So they always have, especially, the older people, they always give them good respect.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of Spanish people, like, I used to say Doña whatever, Doña Rafaela, Doña, Rivera, Doña whatever. And that's the way we used to say it. We used to always ask anybody who's older than us, for a blessing, bendición. So we did that a lot. So we used to be like bendición, and the ladies would say que Dios te bendiga, and things like that. And that was just a way to show respect to the elders. So that was kind of the way we did it when I was, back in the days, as they would say. Siobhan, what's going on? Somebody's texting you. It's important. It's important for you to be rude in my podcast and don't talk.
I like to call out Tati because I was talking. Tati wasn't.
Tati,
I'm tired of you.
And you did come in late, so you got to add a little more flavor.
That's the first word she said in 30 minutes.
Yeah, you got to come.
Can we do that round of applause thing?
Okay, I got you. So I'm sorry. I'm not up on. I might have to let you work the board. You may have to work the board.
You should. No, I was. What about Jane the Virgin on that show?
All right. Let's.
Have you seen that show?
Which one?
Yes, I've
Jane the
gotten
Virgin?
to like I've gotten to
Jane the Virgin?
Jane the Virgin.
It's about a girl named
Oh yeah,
Jane.
yeah. I heard of it. Not me.
Who's artificially
What?
inseminated.
I know, but I'm not watching that.
But it's really
they have a
good.
Spanish version of that, right?
It's a novela, but in
yeah,
English.
it's a novela. I'm not doing that.
I don't watch
I'm
that.
not doing
so.
that.
I think it's
I
really
used to
good
watch
to-
novelas with my grandmother.
I never watched novelas.
Nah, novelas
My
is the bomb.
grandmother used to.
You know why I like novelas? Besides the soap operas that are English ones? Because novelas finish. Like they'll rock for 3 months and then there'll be an ending. I mean, it's usually the same ending. The poor girl is really the rich girl, and and that's her
like-
brother that she's in love with, but that's really her brother. Now
Yo,
she just found out.
facts.
So you and all that,
Yes.
and she don't like her because she knows the secret. It's all that, but it's gonna end in 3 months. So there is an ending. The soap operas now, like General Hospital, 30 years. There ain't no ending. Like when is it gonna end? Everybody knows everything about everybody. When you gonna end it?
That's like Grey's Anatomy. That show
my
went on for
God.
12
That show
seasons.
forever.
Grey's
Tough
Anatomy
I do
is
like it, though.
great. Like
It's
I used to
good.
watch
that's
it.
the only
Good.
show that made me cry, and like I'm not an emotional person, but I get attached to the character.
Oh,
Just
you watch it
like,
because you want to be a nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch all the nursing stuff.
No, I was always really interested in doctor stuff. Actually wanted to be a plastic surgeon at first. That was what I wanted to be.
I actually wanted to be an anesthesiologist.
That they make money,
I
but
know, that's why.
You can
watching
kill
the
people
show,
too, though.
I mean,
gotta
I
be
mean,
careful what you're
that's
doing,
anything,
though.
yeah.
But yeah, right. That's anything. So I feel like
Except for podcasting, I can't kill nobody with this.
are you sure?
Maybe I could hurt your feelings. That's about the only thing I could do.
What's the name of this podcast?
The name of this podcast is I Got Teenagers and We're Talking. And I just want you to realize that we've been talking for half an hour how much fun we're having.
You're lying.
So that I'm not even lying. It's timed. So
I
that you
have
could
dance
go.
We got dance class. Hold up.
Hold up a second.
You know,
6:30.
dance class gotta dance
Listen
team,
to
gangsta,
me.
gangsta.
I want you to. No, now we're gonna talk about the podcast. Now we open and we already went half an hour in.
It's alright. We got
So how do you
6:30.
feel about podcasting now? Because podcasting is just having a fun person, which is that says that's me. The fun person is me, and we just talk about whatever's on your mind,
Can I go?
and it's whatever topic you want.
I think
And if you want to talk about boyfriends, we talk about boyfriends. If you want to talk about parents, we can talk about parents because I'm a parent also. So I'm gonna give you my point of view also.
I love my boyfriend. If you wanted to know.
Good to know. Okay. Okay. Shout out to her boo boo. Boo boo, we're gonna tell you when it's on so you can listen to it.
Right. He gonna be like, what?
All right, boo boo. Yeah. So shout out to your boo boos. I hope your parents know too. Don't be high, because your father's gonna listen to this podcast.
Oh no.
So if your father don't know, I'm sorry, boo boo. He knows now. So I don't know. My daughter likes to marry people.
What?
Yeah, my daughter.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about. Okay, do you allow? Wait, you have like a teenage daughter or no?
No, I got babies. But I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and then we go back to that. My daughter's 7 years old. She's been married 3 times. Like she don't have a boyfriend. She'll be like, "You're my husband," and she'll be like, "You'll be like this summer she had another husband here, and I had to meet the father and everything, the mother and everything, because she's straight up, we're married." No, but
God.
I want to be you want to be my girlfriend? No. We're not doing that no more. We're married.
She gets straight to
So
it.
she's straight to it.
it.
And he's, she's a little aggressive. So,
So
that's
what's your policy on dating? What age you feel like she should be dating at?
Man, this is tough. This is a tough deal right here.
This is a good conversation.
This is a great conversation. We got more time? Yes, we do. Dating for my daughters. Honestly, I think that once they become teenagers, it's gonna come up. They're very pretty. It's gonna come up.
Mm-hmm.
I would ideally love for them I would say 15.
You see, you're understanding.
I say
every other father be
15.
Like 18, 21,
No,
30.
but I'm saying 15. Hey, I like him. He likes me. He calls me and texts me, whatever. If they're gonna go somewhere, that now they're going with her little sister. I'm dropping them off, and I might be at the other movie theater waiting for them. Like that's the way it's going down.
Jesus Christ.
There will be no keys. I already told my daughters there'll be no keys to the house for anyone. My key policy is gonna be I open the door from my phone. When the camera shows me you in front of the door and who's with you, that's going to activate the other camera that's already in the house, so no more than 2 people are in that house.
Listen, at least
Okay,
you got
that's
the age at 15, but you sound a little crazy though.
No, that's the way it's going to go down. I'm just going advanced with my technology also, because technology is going to go there. People already have the Ring doorbell, and you could open the door from an app. So why give her a key? I want to make sure she's safe. Daddy, I'm in front of the door. Okay, toot, 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 toot. Open the door. Why you need to leave? Why you need to leave? You don't need to leave. No, you don't need to leave. You in there, you doing homework. Okay, let me make sure that other camera is in the living room facing the doors and the rooms, that you don't have none of your friends. And when the door in the front opens, it's going to alert me anyhow. So you can't open it. So, it's just that. That's my technology. If your boyfriend wants to come see you at dinner time at 7 o'clock when I get home, he's invited to dinner. Okay? And he could stay to 8:30. Okay? Because that's a reasonable time. Y'all could talk, watch a movie, hey, play a little backgambling, a little Monopoly, whatever you want to do, in an hour and a half. Because I'm pretty sure you already saw each other in school.
Okay,
So y'all got an hour and a half of respectful time in front of the parents.
That makes sense.
In
though.
the living room and dining room.
That makes sense. Like right now, my dad's really strict. He's not like I would be so happy if he was to tell me like, "Hey, come over for dinner." What? Like to come over for dinner, just watch a movie and chill. Like it's not all about doing things, to be honest. Like, if you want to just hang out, want to hang out.
I also say that if you don't build that now, if you don't build that now, then later on you could lose them. So I'd rather them be in my house and they understand that the parents involved and the father's involved and he's respectful to you, and hopefully they'll be respectful. They'll be respectful to each other. So that's the way I will handle my 15-year-old dating. I still won't be happy about it.
I have too many siblings, so I would never invite anybody I'm in a relationship with. I just can't.
Why not?
I want you to meet.
I want you to meet my bro.
That's like when you meet my whole family. That's too much. Like
But they all live with you?
No, not all of them.
Okay,
but it's
so they're not gonna meet
9
everybody.
times out of 10, like all of them are in the house. So it's like
invite them on a Wednesday when nobody goes to the house.
Everybody be in the house every Wednesday.
Don't invite them on Friday.
They do not be there. Friday,
Oh,
nobody
Fridays?
be there.
That's when you say, "Yo, we're gonna watch this new show on Netflix, and he wants to come over, and he's gonna buy popcorn."
But nobody's staying in no damn living room. What?
Well, then I'm sorry, sister. I'm not approving this. If I have to do a side call of your mom, you want me to get your mom on the phone? Put on the podcast. Do you think that she'll go on? I don't have no problem.
No, but
with
like
it.
my mom's like she's very
Come
cool.
on.
Like she's very laid back.
Yeah,
she's
but
be
cool
serious. Look, she's serious when she has to be.
Well, I know
So-
Tatiana's mom is not laid back, and
This is my
she's.
sister. Yeah.
That's your sister?
Yeah. I love my sister.
Well, that's your sister?
Yeah,
No,
this is
I thought
my
it was your
sister.
mom.
Who? The one that used to come here is
Yeah.
my sister too.
Oh, okay. But who's your mom?
My mom.
Hmm?
My mom.
Oh,
not
that's
really.
that's the one. But she was the one that you lived with before, right?
Yeah, she's the one I lived with in the Bronx.
Okay, so I know her, and she's not laid back.
Yes, she is.
No,
she
she's
was laid
not.
Yes, she is.
Nah, she could
You see my
get
Fifi?
a little tough. She could get a little tough.
That was my son. She's
But I
like-
like her though. I like her because you know right up front how she's gonna be, and she don't hide it for nobody. She don't
Yeah,
care,
she don't.
and if you cool with her, she gonna be cool with you. And if you don't like it, she don't like it either.
But like you could ask anybody. Like my mom's really cool, but like just don't.
I think that my wife is probably gonna be more strict than I am. I'm really laid back. I think my son, I think he only brought like 2 girls to the house, and it was pretty much the same rules. I called the mom. Yo, she's here. Call the mom. He's like, no, but we call the mother. I need to be on the phone with her. I need her to know that she's here and that I'm here. So this is the way it's going down. Oh, you okay? We're gonna right here, living room.
Oh my God.
So y'all can do whatever you want. I'll go to my room, Got a little angle with a mirror and I can see what's going on. But in the living room, that's it. And what time you want to leave, sweetie? Oh, 8:30? You know what? If you want, I could drop you off. You on the west side? I got that. Call your mom. Tell her I'm going to drop you off. She can wait for you in front of the building. And that's how it went down. And it was good because it was respectful for me because I know that's a girl. And it was respectful for the mom because a lot of the stuff that she was worried about, she was like, nah, this father ain't about that business. He ain't going to let that go by. So we helped each other out. And as a teenager, technically, that's what we want to do as parents. I want to make sure that you are taken care of if you were my daughter, and you're not, I'm not putting you in a bad predicament. And then, the other parent, you want to be like, hey, there's somebody that's responsible, and it's not a free for all when they go to the house. Yeah. So, that's the way. That's what I look on dating. Hopefully, with the first date that they have, they're getting married. And if they dated my younger daughter, that's what's gonna happen. She's a mess. She goes straight to marriage.
Like, when's our wedding?
Yeah, she married people in what school? What grade she was in? She was in daycare. She was like, "This is my husband." I was like, "Your husband?" She was like, "Yeah, daddy. Like you and mommy. This is my husband." I said, "You didn't get married in church and that." She said, "We got married here in school." He was like, "He's my husband. Nobody could date him." I was like, "Wow."
It's usually like the high school sweethearts. Like I want something like that. Like I want.
You want a high school sweetheart? That's nice.
No, but like.
That's nice.
I go to school where high school sweethearts don't.
I'll let you know now. You know what? You know what messed up dating? Technology.
True.
Technology. Okay. How old are you again?
I'm
Tatiana?
17.
17. Okay. How old are you? 16. How many love letters you got?
Love letters? You
Yes.
mean paragraphs?
No, love letters.
Love
somebody
paragraphs.
somebody that somebody that wrote you a letter saying how they feel about
That's
you.
mad
and this
cringy,
is and
mad
that.
corny.
No, it's not.
I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you.
I
She's
love
a
it.
hopeless romantic.
Come on.
I
though.
love it.
No,
Like,
but,
all right, so
but
look,
that's
her
that's
senior
like somebody
prom is
buying you
coming up.
flowers.
No. Listen.
That's like somebody buying you flowers on a Tuesday when it don't matter.
Okay.
That's
but
what I'm
that's
saying. I
like-
was
that's
meant to be
cute.
born.
Like-
I was meant to be born when that was still a
Come
thing.
on.
I was meant to.
Like,
So
that's
technology
cute,
messed
though,
up
but, like,
everything.
It did.
No, like that's cute, like the random flowers and stuff, and the random like gifts and stuff. But like,
That
I'm
don't
talking
exist
about,
no more.
I'm talking about the love letters. That's corny.
Why is it corny? That's something that you could read in 10 years. You could be like, look,
Bro,
remember
like, what?
when we went to
No.
college? This is the first love letter you wrote to me.
I mean,
this
but,
is
like,
how you
I'm
felt
different,
about
though.
me.
Like, I don't
Not no
like
memory,
that
not no
sentimental stuff.
emoji with a kiss like that with two hearts. You're not gonna remember that.
I don't like, but I'm different though. I don't like that sentimental stuff. Like,
Okay.
I really don't like feelings. But look, Tati, she's really a hopeless romantic. Like, she has senior
I'm
prom
with her.
coming up, right? And she's like, if somebody don't stop the whole cafeteria, give me a poster. But I'm like, girl, we live in the Bronx, we live in New York. It's not gonna happen. Like,
No, Tati, it's gonna happen
I
because
know,
that's
I
what you
know.
and
expect.
she's gonna go by herself.
No, that's what you expect. No, she's not going by herself.
going with her
No, she's
friends.
not. She's not going by herself. She's gonna have opportunity to go with somebody, but she doesn't want to lower her standards, and you shouldn't lower your standard. If your standard is no love letters, good for you. She wants 10 before you date her.
Facts.
Okay.
Ten?
I did used to get love letters
Okay.
and cards. and
Thank you.
I mean, like when I was in like elementary school, middle school, like notes, like oh I like you, da 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 da. I would have get those, but like I'm talking like if you're talking about like
Nah, I want a love letter. I want my wife to write me. I hope you listen to this podcast, wife, because I want you to write me a love letter. Not just on Father's Day, not just for my birthday. I want you to write me a love letter. Where you going?
I got dance.
Yo, well, hold up. We got to finish this podcast. We just can't go rough and rugged like that.
All right, she's Caitlin just
They
called
could
me.
wait.
I'm
That's
actually
what I
top
want.
5 pick.
That's what I want. I want a love letter from my wife saying how much I mean to her and how much she does tell me this though. Damn it.
That's like Valentine's Day though, but
No,
Valentine's Day should be
no.
every day.
No, we don't need Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
I
it should
don't
be
need
every
I don't
day.
need a gift. I need me to walk in on a Wednesday. Sweetheart, thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for working 12 hours a day and providing for my girls so that I could do homework and stay home with them. I love you. Beautiful. Okay?
That just
Now my
hits you
wife,
so
now my
good.
wife, on a Wednesday, I will go to Macy's and buy her a perfume that she's been dying to get and put it on the table. Here you go, sweetie. Oh, that was gonna be on the chat. I don't play around with him. Hello? No, I have teenagers and you are on my podcast. I have Tatiana. Say hi.
Hi.
I'm doing
Any cadets that you got, bring them down. We got a multitude of parents down here.
No cadets up here at all.
Okay, got it. Sounds
All right,
good.
cool. So damn, you're really interrupted. No, but the love letter thing is cute. It's nice.
I'm cold. Like I don't have.
You don't have a corazon?
No,
Oh, you need a corazon. I rock with
It's
Tatiana.
like I
then.
grew up with boys, so it's like
Okay.
they just destroyed me.
Yo, but
Like,
you know what it
destroyed
is?
my heart.
Once again, I say the internet messed everything up. Because when I had to date somebody, I actually had to pick up the phone at 7:00 when I said I was gonna call you and call you at 7:00.
Yeah,
Because at 7:05, you know what? Your sister had the chance of being on the phone if I didn't get that phone call. Don't interrupt me. We got 2 more seconds. We went 45 minutes, so I just want to thank the teenagers for doing what they do, but they all got other classes and stuff, so I appreciate you guys for coming through and trying. So I would say,
Thanks for having
muchas
me.
gracias.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
And we're out.